Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 21 of Direwolf20's Server Play series. Hanging out with Quetzy, one of the only guys who's playing on the server at the moment. I think everybody else is still doing a mad rush to get their mods stable for 1.7 so they can get released. At least that's the gist that I get. Does that sound about right, Q?
I think so.
Yeah, it's been pretty quiet on the server these past few days. And of course Soren's out of town and his internet is really bad where he is apparently, so yeah. So I'm looking at my ore doubling system. I have tin, and what else do we want to double here? Silver, probably. I don't know how I'm going to handle lead. I can do... The only thing that I really don't know if I can handle, because I think the limit on this is 3. I don't think I can put a 4th one. I can try, but I'm not sure. But I don't think I can put one of these on the front. Actually, I can try it right now, and if I can, cool. I guess I can put one on the front. That's neat.
Will it handle cobalt on ardite?
I don't think so. I don't think there's ore doubling recipes for those. The Thaumonomicon has gold, copper, tin, silver, and lead. And of course iron. My only concern was having like 2, if you know what I mean. So there's lead is enabled now, and then we'll do silver and tin. So I think if I get to the point where I need to worry about, and I probably will, that's cool. If I have to worry about the 2 types of copper and tin that we have, I think I'll be able to because I can put another one of these on the front, and that'll be all right. So for now, we've obviously got plenty of ore clusters going on here. I don't know if I can rotate this thing. I don't think I can. No. Well, if I have to, I'll figure something out to make this a little bit more efficient. But you guys can see I did lower things. I do have iron going into here now. There's a set of 32 in there, but I'm not going to worry about that. This I need to fix, though. This I definitely need to fix. And I have a method that I'm going to use to fix it that we're going to come up with right now. In fact, now that I think about it, I don't know if I need to have this thing lowered. If this is going to work the way I want it to, I'll probably bring these back up. But... yeah, let's give it a minute here and we'll figure it out. For now, I'm actually just going to break this stuff because I don't even want to deal with all the junk that's probably collected in there. Let me try it with just one, and if I can, then I'll move the iron side up and then we'll be good. So what I've got here is this guy, right? Here's what I'm going to do. You ready? Check this out. I'm going to cook up crafting tables, which have 4 of a special aspect called Fabrico. Okay, and the reason I'm doing crafting tables is because they have 4 Fabrico. It's actually pretty good. If we take a look at our aspect list, we'll see that Fabrico is a combination of Humanus and Instrumentum. And Instrumentum is a combination of Humanus and Ordo. So we can get Ordo from Fabrico. The other thing that we'll occasionally get is Humanus. So what I need to do in order to make this really cool is the following. Let's get ourselves some obsidian and an ender pearl. And we're also going to want some glass and a wood slab. What I'm going to craft is this. There we go. So here's the plan. Do I have any more labels? I do. Good. You can be labeled a Fabrico. So what I want to do then is pipe the Fabrico out into an alchemical centrifuge. Boom. What this guy does is he'll break down the aspects into one of 2 types. Okay, so it took the Fabrico and made it into Humanus. Okay, it randomly chooses which one it's going to break down. So what I did was this breaks it down from Fabrico. It has a chance, 50-50, of becoming Humanus or Instrumentum. Okay. The next thing I need is the Essentia buffer. This guy is going to essentially hold that Humanus for us, and it can hold I think 6 different types of aspects at a time. So you can see here, each of our fabricos are going through the pipe into the alchemical centrifuge and being broken down, and some of them are turning into humanus, and others are turning into instrumentum. Cool. From here, let's see. I want to have a jar labeled with humanus, and I don't know how easy that's going to be, but we'll figure it out. So let's see. If I were to, I probably should have set this up ahead of time, but we'll see what happens here. Void jar. Good, humanus went in there, so I lucked out. I'm going to label that so that it's always humanus. As for you, my good sir, you are going to wind up filtering any excess. I want to make sure, I'm actually going to put one more level here. Believe it or not, that's actually important. I don't know if it's absolutely important, because I think, you know what I should do? I should get, this will help me demonstrate this. Let's see. Under my alchemy tab, Essentia distillation, where's that tuning fork thing? There it is. Arcane workbench. I need a stick, quartz, and 4 iron. So one of you and wood. So remember, guys, my goal here was to make this self-sustaining system, right? And sandstone isn't the most self-sustaining thing in the world, so that's why I'm doing this. So this will help me determine if I need 2 or 1 of these things. So let's see. This guy has a suction of 47 humanus. Okay, and this contains 127 untyped. See, I don't want humanus going into here, which is why I was trying to avoid. So let's see if I throw this guy back down here. Contains 1 ordo essentia. Nice. Okay. Actually, yeah, that's cool. And then we're going to have another essentia buffer here. So what'll happen is the fabrico, which is getting pulled into here, because what happens is the humanus has a strong suction type, right? Like, we're really doing a strong amount of suction, 47 for humanus. This guy has a suction of, I guess, pull whatever you want. So this guy's currently got humanus in him. I don't want that. I don't want it to be able to pull humanus. Let's see what happens. I guess I'm going to... If I connect this back into here, that should pull the humanus out. There we go. Yeah, we're cool. We're all right. So this thing should only wind up with ordo in the top here. He's not pulling humanus. I thought he was, but it was just gummed up because this thing was full, I think. So yeah, there we go. Only fabrico. So what happens is, if we remember, if we go back to our list here, the crafting table turns into fabrico. The fabrico breaks down into humanus and instrumentum. The humanus flows into the humanus void jar. Then the instrumentum flows up, and if we take a look at that, we'll see that instrumentum is made up of humanus and ordo. So when that gets broken down, the humanus piece of that goes over to here and goes into the humanus jar again. So basically, we've got a really neat little system going on here. This will take crafting tables and turn them into ordo. And now it's going to be about 1 ordo per crafting table because it's a little bit random, right? But basically you have about a 25% chance of getting the ordo out of the crafting table. And you get 4 shots per crafting table. But long story short, I mean, if I set up some crafting tables, we should be good to go. Now the last thing we need to do here is filter this down into here. So you ready? Let's take a look. I want to place this here, but I want to wand it so that it doesn't connect. And I want to place this here and wand it so that it doesn't connect. Run it down. Place this here, but I want to make sure this doesn't connect. This is the part where I really miss having. So you don't connect. You don't connect. So now this thing should only flow directly into the back of this thing, and then we just need to connect it here. Now all my ordo should be flowing into this guy. Cool. So that when I get some form of something, like, let's do copper for example, and toss this in here, it should just work, in theory. There it goes. Cool. So it's drawing ordo into there, and it's doing a pretty darn good job of it. That is cool. See? So it just works and works and works and does its thing, and we got our copper clusters pretty quickly too. So that is the automation mechanism. It could probably be a little bit more compact, I'm not going to lie, but it does work pretty well. And the void jar will make sure that we never overflow Humanus, and now all we have to do is automate the creation of crafting tables and automate getting metallum into here. Because what I'm going to want is, basically, we want to auto-craft crafting tables and fill up this thing. We also want to export some coal into the bottom of each of these guys. And I think because the way I set this up, I don't need this guy to be one level lower anymore. So I'm actually going to break you. Yeah, I wasted a bunch of stuff. Oh well. That probably needs to stay broken anyway, because we're going to have an export bus there. But long story short, alchemical construct, one of these instead of two, and we're in good shape. So we can do this, and the coal can go back in, and then it's just a matter of iron nuggets. Or any kind of nugget. I mean, I can do tin if I really wanted to. And what I'm going to do is configure the export bus to handle all forms of nugget. So basically the nugget is going to act as the fuel for doubling the ores. Cool. I like it. Yeah, we've got a ton of stuff in here. All right, so let me do a little bit of work, and then I'll come back as I'm ready to do more with this cool little system. Cool? All right, back in a few. All right, guys, we are back, and I'm going to give this the best shot that I can. Let's see how it goes. Like I said, I really miss my bat mode at this point. This is like exactly where bat mode would be perfect. Having to manage my way underneath this awesome ritual that I've got over here. I know, iTunes promises soon. Hopefully he does not disappoint. So let's see, I'm going to want an export bus there, and there, and cable those guys down to here. Guessing, actually no. Where's my wrench? There we go. That ought to work, right? Maybe actually I'll do this, just so it looks nicer. Okay, so that is connecting those guys up, and then what I'm going to do is make sure that they're populated with coal at all times. And I'm going to assume, for the sake of argument, if I do that, this thing will fill up with coal from the bottom. Perfect. That's what I wanted to see. And it doesn't need to fill super fast because, that's right, we're not going to be using that much coal. I mean, it's just going to occasionally use a piece, and whenever it uses it, it'll be fast enough that it'll refill. So that looks good to me. The other thing we're going to want to do, and I'm pretty sure I'd have to export it from the side, so we are going to need another ME export bus, is, yeah. Now this one I'm not going to worry about, because this one we're going to do an auto crafting thing for the crafting tables. But this one we are going to have to hook up, and we're going to want to export some iron nuggets. And for now I'm just going to tell it to export iron nuggets. Even though it really doesn't matter. I mean, I could also do tin. It's really not that big a deal. Let's actually see though, because I would like to have capacity card. I'm guessing capacity card is what I'm going to want. So do I have any basic cards set up in here? If I have a basic card, cool. If not, doesn't look too hard to make. Calculation processor. It's only going to need a printed circuit. All right. Do I have any more? Let's get some stuff real quick. I need more nether quartz. I'm getting really low on that. Wait for this thing to process. There we go. And we can set this up like so. Just get the presses that I need here. We need the calculation and silicon. And then we're also going to need a Certus quartz. Let's get a pure one though, because that's pretty much what you want to do, if you can. So calculation, that does work, cool. And then we'll also want some redstone while we're at it. And while that's happening, I'm just cleaning up my inventory of stuff I don't need at the moment. Thank you. And then we're going to want you with the silicon. Store the excess silicon in here. This is kind of cool. I never noticed this, but it actually does do a pressing motion. It's pretty neat. There we go. I am going to automate this inscriber at some point. I have an idea or two. I haven't tested it yet, but it should work. So let's do that, and then we'll do a capacity card, which is basically, first off, we need a blank card. Boom. And then a capacity card gets installed there. Let's try pure. Yeah, that works. Capacity card. Sweet. So now what we should be able to do, and I'm going to set this up for all metal types, but for now I'll just demonstrate. By installing the capacity card, it gives us access to 4 slots, or 5 slots total now. So I'll put tin in one and iron in the other. And I don't know which one it's going to try and do most, but I mean, I guess we'll see, right? But for now, I'll just put the tin nuggets and the iron nuggets back. That way, it'll just kind of grab any nuggets that are available, and I'll do the same for copper and the other ones. Doesn't matter which nugget I use, because they're all the same. Cool, right? So that's going to keep those two things stabilized. I haven't done the automated crafting of the crafting tables. Remember, unfortunately, there's no auto crafting with the applied energistics system just yet. So we'll have to see how to do that in a little bit. I do have an idea, and it's a brand new way of auto crafting, so I want to show it to you guys. It makes me pretty excited to be able to show you something new. All right, so those are the export buses. Eventually, I'm going to export my pure crystal deals into there. Let's get an interface. I wonder if that's the way I want to go about this, or what. How hard is an ME interface to get? That's not terribly hard. Formation cores I'm actually a little bit low on, and I don't think, yeah. Do I want to do an interface, or do I want to do like an import bus from this chest? It really doesn't matter which way I go, but it does need to sit right there, unfortunately, so we're going to need to run some cabling. Not like the end of the world, but we'll need to run some cable up to here. And then like that. All right. Let me get that crafted up. I might need to go to the nether and get a couple things. I'll be back. All right, here goes nothing. A little bit of crafting later. Really getting low on the stuff I need. The ME interface is confusing. Look at that. I guess I can still drop items in there though, right? Yeah, nice. So that's kind of cool. So now if we did drop ores in here, so let's see. What do we got by way of gold ore clusters? We've got 8 at the moment. If I grab one of these, toss it into this thing, it should hopper its way down, should get its iron and ordo from nearby. Did it operate already? Oh yeah, it like went instantly. Nice. And then check out gold. We've got 9. Perfect. That's what I wanted to see. All right. So now let's run over here and see what kind of fun we can have with this thing. So basically what we're going to want to do is run some stuff under here. So we're going to want to go from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back, and 1, 2, 3 to the right. So let's go down there and clear this path. Hopefully I have enough cable for this. It's going to be cutting it close. Ah. All right. So let's go from like here. which isn't the most ideal, but it'll work. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and unfortunately I'm digging through sand. I know, wrong tool. This should be my chest. Haha, perfect. And we're going to export bus this guy, and we can configure him like so. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Have I mentioned recently that I miss bat form? Uh-oh, am I out of power? That might be the case. Yep, I'm out of power. Alright, let's get ourselves an ender generator. And in the meantime, I can probably just flip this off. Yeah, that should be good. And that'll give me power back. Still not sure where those zombies are coming from. I need to figure that out. Is there... I mean, there's lighting issues there, but I don't think they were coming from in there. I have no idea where they're coming out of. Alright, so that's off now, and this will allow us to run. Let's get ourselves a lava generator real quick. This will be the easiest method for now, and then if I need to, I can get more later. So lava generator and pipe. How are we for waterproof? Cobblestone waterproof pipe, that should do. Just going to replace this. There we go, and go. That should be enough. Cool. That'll be good to hold me over. All right, now let's get our ore clusters. So the plan here is then one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to need to build a couple more of those customizable things so I can have more than stuff here. So let me do that. Let me get that real quick. I'll be back crafting off camera. Alright guys, we're back. So I'm going to put 2 capacity cards in here. There we go. That unlocks all the sheets. So now I can install my clusters. And we just got joined by Mr. R.W. Tema. How's it going, buddy?
Hello. How's
How
it
are you?
going, YouTube?
We're doing well, I think.
Are you breaking all the things?
I'm trying to, let me tell you. It's working. I have a working system. There's only one more thing I need to do now, and that is set up an export bus on the back of this thing. And that's actually going to be a little hard. I do need to dig through my wall, which is unfortunate, but that's what happens when you're automating all the things. Huh. Alright, I'm going to have covers or something. Let's see. Also going to need more cabling. And for that, I'm going to need more crystals. Let's get... You know what I'm going to do?
Have we updated Forge?
Depends how long since you've been on, but probably yes. Because we did it like 2 or 3 times ago.
Yeah, I'll just update to be safe.
What's that?
I'll update to be safe.
Yeah, I think it's like... I forget what version it is, so I'm not even going to pretend like I know. There we go, that'll do. Alright, back in a minute once these guys are done cooking up. Alright guys, we are back, and Rorex is here. Hello, Rorex.
Hey, Rorex.
Hello.
Hello. How's it going?
Am I robotic?
No, you actually sound pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah, you're fine. I'm doing crazy, ridiculous, or doubling mechanics.
Doubling mechanics.
Yes.
Doubling is so passe.
I know.
It's all about the tripling and quadrupling and pentupling.
Ah, pass. Doubling's good enough for me. When you have a quarry, you really don't need any more than double, honestly. I mean, honestly, you don't even need double, but like it gets to the point where you feel silly if you don't at least double it. So I do, but yeah.
True enough.
I'm not going to expand this just yet, guys, but what I will do is, if I set this up correctly, it should be completely automated. I just need to do a little bit of work to get this to behave. But if I tell this guy to export iron ore, he should start filling up the item hopper, which should start filling up all kinds of stuff. So the iron ore goes into there, and then this floods and then does that. And then the iron ore cluster should make its way into here, and we should see him flowing into here. Look at that! It's working! It's working!
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Nifty.
You like?
Thorncraft.
Yes, or doubling with Thaumcraft. Technically, Orax, if it makes you feel better, I will be getting a little bit more than double.
Because you're using the infernal furnace.
Yeah. So now I just need to make an import bus, which is probably not easy. Oh, I do have the stuff for
Are
it.
you
Awesome.
using one of those item grates?
I am, but I'm using it with buildcraft pipes.
You run out of instrumentum.
Yeah, I need to put a handful of things in there for now. I'll get to it in a minute. Just want to get this set up first. Oh, I'm 1 ME cable short.
It's never like 3 short or something. It's always 1.
Oh yeah, no. It's never just like, you know, it's always just 1 ME cable short. Let me throw some sand into my furnace. That's what I'm actually short on is glass. Once I do this, I should be able to ME import this. And I just have to throw some speed upgrades into them so that they pull out items faster than it is right at the moment. But that shouldn't be a problem. So this is in fact working. Or I'm a derp and there's a few cables in the system. It's alright, I've got plenty now. So this is, at this point, almost fully automated. Just a few upgrades to go, and then we'll be in good shape. So if I do that, then this thing should start pulling items in. Cool. There it goes. So it's a little bit slow until I throw some speed upgrades in there, but once I do, no biggie. And those are easy enough to make. So let's see if I can actually do that real quick. So speed upgrades, I think that's what they're called, right?
Yep.
They're actually called, I think, acceleration cards. Oh, cool. And I can even make one.
Never mind.
Yeah, Tema tried to lie to me. You guys heard it. So have you been playing much, Tema?
I've been coding quite a lot for some reason.
I noticed you have all kinds of new things going on.
Yes.
Oh, that's much faster now. That's so much better. That acceleration card is a huge boost. Like, it really rapidly changes the speed at which things run. Alright, so that's cool. Yeah, I've been seeing all your posts on Twitter and stuff. You've got some cool stuff in the works.
Timmer is a machine.
He really is.
Yeah.
I should put that gold ore plant thingy back. Before Soren yells at me. Oh, I see. Might not like the light levels that I've got going on here, but we'll see. If I can't hook this up, that's okay. I don't care. I'm actually, next episode, Tema, going to wind up using your mod for something. Something that I've never used it for before. but it's going to take a little while before I can get to that point. It might be next episode, it might be the next one. But long story short, I need a lot of crafting tables, so your mod's going to help me out with that.
It was mysterious.
I do try to be like that a little bit. Anyway, for now, guys, I unfortunately believe that it is time to wrap up the episode. So for now, I'm going to let this thing run and or double pretty much my entire system. I'm going to have to add another, setting here. Oh, have you tried the pip mod, by the way, Tema? Picture-in-picture? It's pretty cool. But I don't think it's actually in the instance. I think you have to go download it separate. So, alright guys, for now, Daryl20 signing off. Like I said, hope you enjoyed the episode. We'll be back next time to continue with this whole ORD mechanic plan and such. I've got to automate the creation of crafting tables. So there's a couple ways you can do it. I'm choosing to use Tema's mod because there is an auto crafting mechanic that is available in extra utilities. Alright guys, take it easy.